As you can see, Sierra is super excited about this announcement. I wanted to let you know, come here, baby girl, what you doing? Guess what? Guess what? We partnered with DOMETIC, and guess what we're doing? We're giving away a free 4x4 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. I'll provide more details later, but if you need to check out the information now, go to amaze.com/offgrid. All right, here's the video. This is kind of wild. The sky was completely clear 30 minutes ago, and a little tiny cloud came over this ridge here and exploded. I was sitting here watching it, and like the cumulus cloud and everything going up was just like, and just kept on exploding. And now it's this massive storm cell that's almost completely enveloped the valley over here. And the sunset is just insane. I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me? This is why I always love storms when I'm in the mountains. It's like the sunsets that are derived from it are amazing. What you thinking, girl? Let's go up here for a better view. So anyway, this is really cool because I wasn't expecting this. Like, it was really hot today, and it was just sunny all day, and now it's nice and cool. And I mean, look at the contrast of the blue. Let me go. It's like the yellow and the red. That's just amazing. And like I said, this came out of nowhere, so I had to quickly put up the tarp on my truck over the back of the little topper area and get that all squared away. Golly, that's just a beautiful sunset. It's amazing. Look over here to the right where the sunset's happening. It's just amazing. That is spectacular. Alright, Sierra, what do you say? You want to go back to camp? We're going to get some rain here, so let's go back to camp, okay? Come here. So it couldn't come at a better time, literally. When Omaze contacted me and said, hey, do you want to do this thing to where we can promote a nonprofit that does conservation, it's for climbing, it's called the Access Fund, and we're giving away a free sprinter van, and I said, yes, I want to do this. This van is incredible. I mean, you get this thing, you're on the road like that. It's like you go from 0 to nomad in literally light speed, which is great. This van is perfect. At a time when you want to have your own solitude and you want to be able to get away from people and do your own thing, you can live comfortably in this van, operate out of it no problem, and it's 4x4. You can go anywhere with that. So you want to go that hard to reach trailhead and get to that high altitude lake that has awesome fishing, you're going to be able to get there. And the durability of those vans, those things last forever. So you get one of those, you win this prize, you're set for life. For as far as your nomad travels go, you're good. Once you win the van, just let the pros over at Vansmith deck it all out for you with the customized interior. With 60,000 in upgrades, you can pretty much do anything in that van. Any vision that you see, they can make it happen. So have your customized van delivered to you at your house, or come pick it up in Colorado and start your adventures right away. Visit omaze.com/offgrid and donate $10 for your chance to win this amazing 4x4 van. Your donation will benefit the Access Fund. Their mission is to protect public lands, restore climbing areas, and repair impacted trails. And you know, for those that know me and that have followed me for a while, you know how important conservation is to me. So please go support the Access Fund. They're a great organization, and hopefully you'll win the 4x4 Sprinter van. We're over here at the creek. Got a really nice spot. It's been nice and cool over here in the valley. Well, at this spot, it's been hot in the valley, but nice and cool over here. And then over here, we got a really nice area. Let me show you. You kind of flip around. So this is where I've got my kitchen area set up. Whoops, snag my shirt there. Currently making some, I guess they call it like Louisiana pot roast or something like that. What's up, sweet girl? You're waiting for the Italian beef, aren't you? Or the Louisiana pot roast, whatever they call it. Got the campsite here. This is a really nice site. It's pretty hot in the valley, but it's nice having this creek right here. It comes down like this. There's some fish in there. And gonna probably seek out a place tomorrow for a good cold plunge. That way I could continue with the cryotherapy. I'll put this around here. I'm currently filming with the Canon. And I mean, I like the GoPro, but I just figured I'd bust this out because I was trying to get some photography of the bats that are flying around, because there's bats everywhere right now. And about this time of night, usually in the mountains, you know, the bats come out. So right about dusk. But I'm currently charging the Bluetti, the AC200, off of my inverter. I forgot that I was carrying this. I bought this inverter a long time ago. It's just a little 750 watt inverter. And this pulls in, it roughly pulls in about 300 and, looks like about 360 watts there. So it's nice. I've been charging this up. It hasn't taken too long, and it's been jamming. So just charging it off the battery there with some jumper cables. And if you do this, just make sure your jumper cables don't get hot. These are starting to get kind of warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and take those off. But normally, you know, you can go for like 20-30 minutes on those before they get too warm. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and take those off now, and we're gonna check on dinner, see how dinner's going. It is really hot right now, and with these forest fires going on, it's been crazy. Like, I haven't been sleeping at all, and so mentally I'm just way off and just can't focus on anything. But when it's when the forest fires are going on and the smoke is in the sky, it tends to create like a greenhouse effect, which makes things super hot at camp. So an area that would normally be, say, you know, 75, 80, like a pleasant 75 or 80, is instead like 90, 95. And it just makes it so it's unbearable. So let's go over a few things you can do at camp, and I'll give you a few ideas on how you can stay cool. Okay, now first off, if you can camp next to a river, that's your best solution for staying cool. Because you come down here, and literally as I come down this little water corridor down here, it's so nice and cool. And then obviously you can you know, go in there and do like a cold plunge or something like that, which I plan to do here in a little bit. But you know, camping next to water like this is great because you've got your cold water source, so you've always got something cool to drink, which is really nice. And then, you know, if you don't have a refrigerator that you're carrying, you can store items in the water as long as you keep an eye on it. But you know, if you have like sealed up meats or any sort of beverages that you want to stay cool, you can put in the water and it stays cool. And then yourself, I mean, obviously the biggest thing is you can get in the water if it's hot. The other night it was like, I was at my other location and it was like probably midnight. I woke up and I was just sweating, it was so hot. So I went ahead and just did a cold plunge in the middle of the night. It just cooled me right down, which was really nice. So, you know, having this is like obviously ideal, but if you can't have water right next to where you're at, then what I'd recommend is, for a secondary, is doing an awning like this. I mean, you can't beat, you know, having an awning. They're UV protected, so it's like a UV block. So this tarp portion right here is thick enough to where it blocks out all the UV rays, which that's what makes you most tired throughout the day. I found that like the biggest energy draining activity that you'll have, which is non-physical, is just sitting in the sun. Because the heat and the sun, like the UV rays coupled with just the expenditure of like your body being taxed from being overheated, I mean, that'll wear you out. You know, I've had it to where days will be so warm, whether I'm in Sedona, you know, or some other areas, and maybe not leave in time for the weather when it gets too hot. and stay there for an extra day or two, and it's just miserable because all day long you're just tired. And then evening rolls around, you can't cool off because you've been hot all day, so that's kind of miserable. So an awning is great. This is the 8-foot by 8-foot awning. So let me show you just kind of how big it is to give you an idea under here. Just how big of an area we've got covered. So it's really nice for the way I have it set up, because then this is what leads me to the next thing to keep cool is a refrigerator. So I rock the DOMETIC CFX 28, and I'm going to be getting the CFX 345 here real soon. But you know, you can keep stuff cool in there. You can keep you can get it all the way down to where you can get water frozen. So if you want to do like ice, you know, for really cold drinks, you could do that. But it's great for keeping items, you know, any item cold. You can do, I think the temperature range is down to -7 Fahrenheit. So I mean, you can freeze anything. So that's great, you know, because that's nice to have cold water when you're hot. It's nothing worse than drinking warm water when you're hot. That's just miserable. So fridge is a must, and then, you know, with the fridge, obviously you need battery power. In your topper space here, I mean, this is like the cheapest solution that you can get, but you can get a little fan like this one right here. And that is, let's see, I can't remember the brand of it. I think it's like Ocean Breeze or something like that. I don't know if you can even see it with the lighting in here, the way the lighting is. But it's a really nice fan. It's small, and it's the only one with a USB cord that I've noticed doesn't rip out of the back immediately, so it actually works. So I'll find the link for that. It's in, I've got it on my Amazon purchases, but I'll find the link for that and put it in the video description below, because that's really, that's a game changer. You can use like any sort of battery bank that you want. Let me show you here. Like I use this little tiny one, and it's easy because you just plug the fan in the top there, and you're good to go. So that's the one that I use. It's a huge bonus if your campsite has trees around it too, because, you know, especially if they're super tall trees. Think about the shade that's being created, you know, all around my camp, which is keeping my camp relatively cool compared to if it was just out in the full sun. And then all the shade that's down in here in the river corridor. I mean, like I was saying before, you walk down in there and it's just like really comfortable, especially over on the right side over there, on that side of the stream. So you sit over there, there's no sun hitting that whatsoever. It's completely shaded. You get the breeze coming from the stream coming right by you, and it's really pleasant. But you come up here and you sit just right out in that area, like right past the truck, and it's blazing hot. I mean, it's you get uncomfortable within about a minute. So there's big temperature disparities between the two. And then let's see what else. The shade is good. Oh, another thing that's big is that if you have a bucket, and I always have, let's see, I carry the number 10 bucket. It's just this small one here. It's just a 10 metal bucket. It's the let's see, leak tight. Oh no, I'm sorry, the leak tight number 5. That's the bucket that I carry, leak tight number 5. And this thing's real lightweight, but it's easy to pail, you know, to fetch a bunch of water. So I'll go down to the stream, and if you take water and put it around your vehicle on the ground, that'll evaporate throughout the day and keep your site much cooler. So I've done that before as well when I know an area is going to be hot, and it works great. You do it in the morning. You'll spend a little bit of time in the morning doing it, maybe like an hour, just to cover everything if you're using that one bucket. But if you got a bigger bucket, then it's easier to fill up, and you're just putting water around, so it's not like you're messing anything up with the ground. You know, it's not like you're screwing up the earth or anything like that. So, but I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go hit a cold plunge. We're going to walk along the stream here, me and Sierra, see if we can find a nice little pool, and if we can't, then the area where I was camping is close to here, and I could hike over there. It'd take me about 20 minutes and go do a cold plunge there. But I'm sure we can find something in the stream here, so we're going to go hit the river and see what we can find. Remember, for your chance to win the custom Mercedes-Benz 4x4 Sprinter van and to support a great cause, just go to amaze.com/offgrid, and thanks for watching.